Hey, Bigfoot, we're here! Right there is the color of what I saw with McKenna.
Oh, really?
Kind of an auburn color.
So what's the story with the color?
It was 2016 in February, and I took McKenna out for a real, she was only 4 years old, so it was a real small hike at Area A. And, little legs, real little hike. We were only out for about 45 minutes. On our way back to the car, she was like ice skating by my feet. She liked ice skating, and I was pulling her around. And all of a sudden, something to my right through the pine trees, and they were all cut about 30 feet up, so a nice fresh cut where I could look through. I saw this color, this auburn color, like if this was my 12 o'clock, if I was like looking this way down the trail, like this, to my 2, so I was looking this way, but to my 2, I saw that color, and McKenna was hanging on to me, and I look over, and just as I look over, and we actually measured it after, was about 80 yards away through the pines, that color of what it looked like was there. I mean, I couldn't tell a body type, I couldn't tell anything like that, and all of a sudden it was like a fly. I mean, it flew, like where I could see it went that away. And that scared the crap out of me, because I have, my 4-year-old daughter hanging around me, and I'm thinking, whatever this is, and I have no idea what it is.
Right.
If it was that fast, I don't care if I'd...
Yeah, somebody in a golf cart.
That's weird.
That is weird. Never seen that here before.
Weird. And just going down, it kind of freaked me out.
Sure.
I said, even if I had a gun out, that thing was so fast. So it's pretty interesting.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Yeah, that is weird.
Yeah, what was that about?
And why did they turn around?
I have no idea. Maybe. I just wonder where they came from.
Well, they could have gone around, because remember, we didn't go right this time.
Right.
So they could have come down that way.
Still weird. I mean, we're trying to look for high strangeness out here. We don't need a bunch of people in golf carts cruising around.
Yeah, I was going to say, however, they had tie-dye?
All tie-dye.
Oh, well, yeah, maybe they'll fit right in. They should come hang out with us and try to
tie-dye and
summon UFOs. Interesting choices.
Yeah.
Wow, it's really thick over here. All right, so you can see here, this is actually a kettle. Looks like a pretty deep one. It's hard to say how far down this goes, but it's quite a ways. And you can see how thick this foliage is. So again, anything could be down there, and you wouldn't be able to see it. You wouldn't be able to see it from the trail. You wouldn't be able to see it from the air. Sort of a perfect hiding spot. So lots of places for, about anything you can imagine to live out here. All right, I better catch up with these two. All right, here we are back at the location that Jay likes to refer to as the Stargate. We won't be doing our sky watching here, although it would be a decent enough place. We just have a different location in mind. This is, however, the area where we had hidden our trail cam, which would have been basically directly on the other side of this cleared area in the thick tree, like in the tree line and thick undergrowth over there. So very interesting area. We have heard a lot of strange things out here, especially at night. I remember one time specifically, we were standing out here. It was Emily, Jay, myself, and Adam Benedict. And we heard just things moving all around us. Sounded like multiple creatures moving on every side. It was fairly disconcerting, but I don't think we were in any real danger, because here I am making another video in the same area. So otherwise, we should probably keep moving just to make sure we can get to our location.
I figured we could set up, guys. Right here. Yeah.
All right, looks good to me. I'm looking thoughtful.
I'm zooming in extra close because you're doing that.
Oh.
So yeah, this is our stakeout spot.
Yeah. I figured this was right when you guys said that you wanted to do this.
Mm-hmm.
I figured this open area is the perfect spot in the middle of the kettle.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sure.
You know. Now tell me, are you nervous at all? Even though you say you're not having any high expectations. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I do. I'm not. And the reason I'm not is I don't really dwell on it a lot. You know what I mean? Like, really, anytime we come out here, I don't really dwell on any unsettling possibilities, you know? And certainly we've never experienced anything that would lead me to believe that we were in any actual danger. You know, I've never experienced anything in the multitude of weird experiences that I've had throughout my life that has ever led me to believe that I was in any actual danger. And so, no, you know, I would love to see something. I would love even more to capture evidence of something. I guess, you know, if I was going to be nervous of anything, it would be nothing happening. You know, like that's worse to me, frankly. Like, I would rather experience something rather than nothing. But no, I don't think there's no real threat here.
Just wanted to see. How about you?
I think I get a little nervous about this stuff. You're live.
Are we? Okay. Hey, everybody. Tobias here. Emily is on the camera right now, but in just a second, we're going to hand that off to our good friend, whom you all know, Jay Bachochin. He's out here in the kettle with us. We're going to try to make contact with some UFOs tonight. So I'm pretty stoked about this, frankly. You know, honestly, as I've probably talked about before, I cut my teeth as an investigator with UFOs. So they've always been one of my first loves in high strangeness. So, you know, I downloaded this app. It's the CE5 app, so Close Encounters of the Fifth Kind. And if you're familiar at all with that Close Encounters scale, then the fifth kind is supposed to be when humans make contact with aliens, for lack of a better word, you know, whatever these otherworldly beings or entities are. So what we're going to do is kind of just go through the process of this app, and I went ahead and got it, so nobody else has to. It is a paid app, so it costs like $10 to download it. And I figured, you know, I'll just take one for the team and put it on my phone. And so, interestingly enough, what it wants us to do to start out is play what it calls crop circle tones. So we're going to do this for about 5 minutes. You'll be hearing these for the first time along with me, so I don't know what they're going to sound like. Let's see. Okay, so this is what crop circle tones sound like, apparently. Let me turn that down a little bit because it's very annoying. Sorry, I don't mean to insult any UFO entities. It's just that these crop circle tones are very grating. Yeah, again, we were playing crop circle tones. Interestingly enough, when I started playing these, birds started going bananas. Okay, good.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so everybody noticed that. As soon as I started playing this, all of the birds, I think, are responding to it around us.
These are some solid jams. It's probably in their Billboard Top 100.
Is an interesting sequence of sounds, certainly.
Sounds like a vintage video game.
A little bit. Summoning Pac-Man.
Yes. Oh, that
Oh,
especially.
ghosts are coming.
Yep.
Pac-Man, watch out. Okay. Gonna move on. So we're gonna have a meditation. So basically, you know, I'm sure people are familiar with meditation. You don't need to close your eyes or anything. We're just gonna sit and sort of listen through this and try to get our minds sort of in the right space, you know, conducive to what we're trying to do here.
I'm going to hand the camera over to Jay for this part. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right.
Kind of dark to see.
Meditation in preparation for coherent thought sequencing. Sit quietly in a comfortable position and take a few cleansing deep breaths in and out. As you exhale, release all your anxieties and tensions and your concerns. And as you breathe in deeply, breathe in peace and silence and calmness. Do this several times. Allow yourself to feel deeply relaxed. Deeply silent. Relax the muscles of your feet, your calves, your thighs, your back and abdomen, your shoulders and arms, your neck and your head. Become aware of the body relaxing. Be very comfortable and quiet. silence of deep mind, you may perceive any point in the universe, because this consciousness is this pure awakeness, whereby you are awake, is beyond space and time, is non-linear. And every point in space and time can be accessed through this awakeness. Know this, and then access deep space. This deep, silent, pure mind is the basis for communication with extraterrestrial life forms. See that it is the foundation for interplanetary unity, and know that we are truly one people inhabiting one universe.
Okay. All right. So, hopefully now everybody is sort of feeling refreshed. You've got your head clear. You're in the right frame of mind, concentrating on your own consciousness and its sort of non-local presence in the universe, that is to say, it existing everywhere simultaneously. And what we want to do is try to project peaceful intentions. It's something that I think that, we'll all do silently. We incorporated it somewhat into the meditation anyway. But if we just want to take a moment and just concentrate on that, and then we'll move on here. All right, then I think what we're probably going to want to do is just sort of keep that vibe as we move through here. All right, so at this point is when sort of the sky watching begins. So I don't need the app for this anymore, because literally all it's going to tell us to do is everything we would normally do on an investigation. So of course we want to stay aware. We want to communicate anything we experience with each other. So if you hear something, you see something, you're going to want to tell everybody else, the rest of the group. And otherwise, just try to be aware of our surroundings and what's happening, and just try to be at peace with ourselves and the investigation. Okay, are you able to see me at all?
I can see your leg.
Oh,
and your...
saucy.
Yep. I can't really see your face at all, but I can see... That's... yeah. There's Jay.
Hey, all right.
We have lantern.
Nice.
Yes, so now everyone can see me without... See, because now you can have that light off.
Right.
Because that light is super obnoxious. It shines right in my eyes. Thank you so much. Because with that light on, I can't see the sky. But with this lantern, this little mini lantern that we like to carry with us, I can see the sky just fine, which is kind of the whole point of being out here. If I can't see the sky, what am I even doing? It is a beautiful thing. We've got some stars coming out already. Got some bugs attacking my hair.
Yeah, I had to put my hood up during the meditation because all I heard was like buzzing by my ears.
I saw during that, because I had my eyes open.
I close my eyes because I suck at meditating.
Yeah, it's, you know, it's one of those things. I prefer to meditate with my eyes open, and I don't have a problem. And I don't know if this is weird or what, but I don't have an issue visualizing with my eyes open. You know, I can either go ahead, even with my eyes open, and sort of like retreat back into my mind and visualize things, or I can visualize them by overlaying them sort of on top of what I'm seeing. But I've never had an issue with it, and in fact, like, trying to meditate with my eyes closed can be a little distracting for me. So I like to do it with my eyes open. But anyway, while that was happening, I saw what
I hear that?
well, what was it?
I don't know.
I sniffed.
Did you?
Yeah.
God.
Oh, okay. That was probably
Sorry.
No, you're fine.
It sounded like it was like right behind me, right here.
Mm.
Sorry.
That's, yeah.
But you sniffed. Good.
Right. Well, no, I mean, that's pointing that out. Actually, that's a good thing. That's why if you experience anything, you always call it out. And then if somebody is like, "Oh, hey, I just sniffed" or something, then you know right away what it was. Like, you can't wait, keep it to yourself, and then bring it up 20 minutes later, because it's like, well, I don't remember what I was doing at that exact moment. Who knows? But no, I saw what looked like a huge bat. I don't know, and it flew like right like that way. I don't think it was anything like paranormal, but it looked.
When you were meditating,
Yeah.
I actually filmed it too, so you'll see it.
Oh, okay. Was it a huge bat?
Did
What?
you hear it? I don't know if it was a
Or was it a
huge
bird?
but
Okay.
black, and you could hear it.
Okay. Yeah, I'd like to see it again, because like as I was looking at it, the wings looked bat shaped, but there are birds definitely where you see them at night, and their wings will have that shape. So, and it was, like I said, it was so big. I was like, there's no way that could be a bat. So it must have been a bird.
Well, how about the other thing I pointed out that was above that cloud, and it's not there anymore?
Yeah, where did that go?
It's not. It wasn't a star.
No, so that was interesting. Yeah, there was a very bright light during the meditation that was in the direction where Emily's pointing now, in the sky. And I thought that it must have been like a star or a planet or something that had come out. But Jay's right. A cloud passed in front of it, and now it's gone. So we didn't see it move, but it was there, and now it's not. And it was extremely bright.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I would compare it to, say, the brightness of let me think. I mean, not as bright as Venus necessarily, but, well, you know, honestly, pretty close. Close or to what's that star that's been out that I
Arcturus.
yes, probably closer to Arcturus, which is a remarkably bright star. I would say, you know, because it wasn't quite Venus bright, but it was pretty darn bright.
And I don't see it now, and it
No,
definitely
it's-
would be showing up right now,
it-
I believe.
It should not have disappeared already, because we haven't been out here long enough
Right.
for it to move like that far. You know, for instance, looking at the other stars that have come out, like, they haven't changed position. You know, maybe slightly, like by a few degrees, but not to where they would disappear like that. Like, it shouldn't have dipped below the horizon or anything. There's just no way, because it was too high up. So, wow. That is very odd.
Yeah.
And it is odd that it happened during the meditation sequence.
Because what I was doing
vanished.
for you guys is, when I was filming, even though it was getting dark here, I was also panning the skies, and that just all of a sudden popped out of nowhere. It was almost like when you first start playing with crop circle sounds.
Okay.
You heard the birds going, and all of a sudden the birds stopped, and then that's when I caught that. I'm like, wait, where did that come from? Because I was already looking in the sky,
Right.
and I didn't see any bright light. I mean, could the cloud have been in front of it? Maybe, but again, I'm thinking if things were moving, it would be shown.
Oh yeah, it would be visible. There's no way it would have moved far enough to be obscured by anything over there now. So yeah, that is very unusual. I don't have an explanation for that right now, actually. So you can call that a UFO if you want. It was unidentified. It was in the sky. So, and it certainly seemed to be an object. So,
Yeah.
unusual.
But I did capture, like
I
I
was
said,
thinking.
that blinking one.
Yeah, that could be a star.
Why is it red and...
That's a good question.
Stars can flicker between colors.
They can, absolutely. So like red and blue, I think, are the most common.
Yeah.
That is something to consider, absolutely.
Now the only thing is because I've been out in this area a lot, and I see a lot of those bright lights coming, and they're heading towards Milwaukee.
Oh, right.
But
You know the
in
flight
this
paths.
case, in fact, when you were doing that again, I did see a plane
Yes.
heading to Milwaukee, but that one, they're 100% right, where we've seen a bright light and it looks stationary because it's coming right at you
Yes.
forever. But in this case, again, if it was a plane, then it deviated from its course and it never made it over our heads.
Right. Usually when that happens, because I've seen that before, and Andrew's absolutely correct. If you see a plane coming right at you, it will appear to be stationary right up until when it doesn't anymore. At a certain point, you're going to see that it's a plane. What was unusual about this was that we didn't see where it went. So if it was a plane, like Jay said, I mean, maybe it changed course. But I would think that if it did, we would have seen it fly somewhere, in the sky here.
And I was definitely...
And it would have obviously been a plane at that point.
Right, and I was definitely keeping an eye in that whole area, even though that cloud moved. I was looking anywhere over here.
Right.
So nothing ever came this way, or I never saw anything to the west.
Interesting.
Yeah. And again, I've never done this, and I was kind of
me neither.
observing. Yeah. So I don't know what to expect.
Right. I mean, I've certainly done my fair share of sky watching and different types of paranormal investigation. But this is the first time I've attempted any CE5 contact experiments or anything similar. And if anybody else, of course, experiences anything from where you are, we want to know about it. It is a clear sky out here tonight, other than a few scattered clouds.
Yeah. Pretty good.
Absolutely. And that's the other thing, I guess, going back to the anomalous light. If it had been an airplane that had changed course or something that had been flying directly at us, because if it had maintained course and was flying directly at us, we would have seen it go right overhead. But if it had changed course, it couldn't have done so and maintained its obfuscation behind cloud cover. It would have had to have come out from behind
Somewhere.
clouds. Yeah.
Yeah, because it wasn't like those clouds were all the way down to the horizon.
No, not at all.
Remember, they were kind of right where that light was. So if that was moving,
Right.
I was looking either, underneath the clouds anywhere to the west.
Exactly. There's something. What is that? Satellite, maybe?
Yeah, I think I just saw one. Where is it at?
It's right, kind of moving right above me here.
I don't think you
I'm
guys can
pointing
see
at
this,
it, but I don't know if
Yeah,
that's
right.
helpful. Let me see if it changes course, because satellites don't usually change.
Well, we were just talking now. I don't know if I saw a satellite. It was normal color. It was almost reddish. And it went behind those low cloud covers right here.
Huh.
And we have seen, just to let you know,
planes.
no, being out here, we have seen some two different people, me and Chris, and me and Pete, 2 different times out in this area. And what it looked like you'd think like a satellite,
Yeah.
a lot lower. But check this out, it was moving like a satellite, just cruising along, and then get this,
That's what behind clouds.
it actually goes below the clouds.
Well, that's
So
weird.
that means it's in our atmosphere. It wasn't out of the atmosphere.
Well, whatever I was just looking at could have been a satellite.
Yeah.
Just went behind the clouds. Oh, there it is again.
Where?
Right there. Oh, went behind some more clouds. As soon as you look, it just goes
I know.
behind clouds.
Nah, Toby's just seeing things.
I know, right? Eventually, it's gonna come out over in this area, probably, and I'm gonna like pull a muscle in my neck looking for it.
Would you like to see the Elon Musk Starlink?
Oh, I know. I would love to. I got a report from somebody a while ago who was like, "Oh, I saw these weird lights in the sky, and they were all in a row, and they were moving directly like east to west." And I was like, "Did they look like this?" And I just sent them a video of the Starlink, and they never got back to me. I was like, "Okay, so you saw the Starlink?"
Right. My brother-in-law, one time I was out here 2 times ago. He must have called me, but it went right to voicemail. And I didn't check the voicemail until I was on the way home. He's like, "Jay, I'm sitting in my backyard." He's in Treber, Wisconsin, and he's like, "You're not gonna believe this. There was hundreds of UFOs just like lined up," and I knew exactly too. And I said, "Oh, you saw Starlink?"
I mean, it would be an impressive sight.
It
certainly.
would.
Like if you didn't know about it,
Right.
and just out of nowhere you saw it, you'd be like, "Oh God."
I didn't know about it until I got on TikTok.
Oh, yeah.
Because everybody started recording these and then saying what it was, and then you go to the site and you're like, okay, that's what it was.
You hear the highway.
Yeah. And it's weird because it all depends on the wind current or the
Because I couldn't
current.
hear it
Oh, yeah.
before, really.
Right.
Yeah, it's gonna carry the sound over
It's going
there.
to carry the sound. Because on how fast that's going, that's way out there.
Yeah, I was gonna
Think
say.
about the roads that we're on. They're not traveling that fast.
No, they're not.
Oh, no.
So that's
And that's multiple vehicles, too.
right. So that's a good what?
So like there's an obvious like flight corridor.
Yeah.
It just goes from there to there.
Over there, but I'm picking up something. Check this out.
Let's take a look.
Do you want to show them?
Yeah, come over. Lantern, well, here, I'll move it over here so you can see what you're doing, but then I'll get rid of it. So. There you go.
See it?
Too much light pollution.
Oh, yeah.
I don't see any stars or anything over there.
You see a dot? It's harder to tell because I think there's some like specks on the screen, and you can definitely see bugs fly by.
Right. But you see how bright that is?
Yeah.
Okay, and where that's right above a tree?
Just right above a tree, if that. I'm not totally.
Ooh, I'm so sorry.
I'm not totally going in the sky at all.
No, I'll just be done with that.
What?
I'm done showing them that.
Oh, okay, well they saw it.
See it?
Oh, that's weird.
Now check this out.
Well, wait, it's moving.
It is.
What the hell?
What are we looking at?
I don't know, Emily, it's moving. Get back over
I
here.
gotta follow it.
Does this thing record?
Yeah, it's recording now.
Oh, perfect. What was that?
Look, and it was flashed. Look at this.
Yeah, it was-
What are we looking
dude,
at?
that's not an airplane.
Do you see any flash out there?
No.
At all?
What the hell is that?
Still moving?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There, you, for the naked eye, you cannot see anything.
No. Oh my God. What is that?
Oh, I know. Is it still flashing?
Whoa.
What'd it do?
I had a falling star come in.
Where? There was no falling star.
No.
I'm looking out there.
I mean,
It went like top corner to maybe it was a bug.
Yeah,
but
well, we know what bugs look like, so we'll review that. But this thing was no bug. Did
Okay,
it move
now
off
there's
screen
going
again?
to be a plane coming in, maybe into view here in a second. Did it move out of the? Can you still see it?
no.
Or do I need to
No,
move?
it's moved off.
All right, here, let me move this. For the naked eye, you cannot see anything.
No. Oh my God. What is
I
that?
know. Is it still flashing?
Whoa.
What'd it do?
I had a falling star come in.
Where? There was no falling star.
No.
I'm looking out there.
I mean,
It went like top corner too. Maybe it was a bug.
Yeah,
but-
well, we know what bugs look like, so we'll review that. But this thing was no bug. Did it move off screen
There's going
again?
to be a plane coming in, maybe into view here in a second. Did it move out of the? Can you still see it?
No.
Or do I need to
No,
move?
it's moved off
Here,
again.
let me move this.
See if you can find
there
it.
it
Again.
is. See, it's right above this tree. You can't. There's nothing there.
No, it can't be an airplane.
No, there's
You'd be able to
nothing
see
there.
it with the naked eye.
So now it just went behind a tree. There is nothing
Wow.
there. I'm looking with my own eyes. So this IR is picking up something in the sky.
Something not visible to the naked eye.
Correct.
It can't be an
Just
insect.
two of them.
Now there is a plane crossing. Let's see.
Okay.
Yeah, there was a normal
Do
plane.
you see a normal plane right now?
Yeah.
Okay, and you
Yeah.
see it blinking and everything?
Yep.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
a normal plane.
So that is
That's confirmation.
that's confirmation right there.
Yeah. So we know what a normal plane looks like
Yep.
in this situation. That wasn't it. What the
Dude,
hell was
that's
that?
nuts, man.
That is nuts.
So, woo!
CE5 experiment, everybody. See if you can
Oh,
find
there
it.
it is. See, it's right above this tree. You can't. There's nothing there.
No, it can't be an airplane.
No, there is nothing
You'd be able
there.
to see it with the naked eye.
So now it just went behind a tree.
That's
There,
weird.
There is nothing there.
Wow.
I'm looking with my own eyes. So this IR is picking up something in the sky.
Something not visible to the naked eye.
Correct.
It can't be an insect.
Is this two of them?
Now there is a plane crossing. Let's
Okay.
Yeah, there was a normal plane.
Do you see a normal plane right now?
Yeah.
Okay, and you
Yeah.
see a blinking and everything?
Yep.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
a normal plane.
so that is
That's confirmation.
that's confirmation right there.
Yeah. So we know what a normal plane looks like
Yep.
in this situation. That wasn't it. What the
Dude,
hell was
that's
that?
nuts, man.
That is nuts.
So, woo!
CE5 experiment, everybody.
Don't abduct me, please.
Don't abduct me, bro.
Let's see. That other one too was moving. The one that you first looked at.
Yeah, it could be the same thing.
It could just be hanging around there.
Yeah, well, boy, that's weird. No, I mean, so again, we can't see it with our naked eye at all. It's not
Right.
an airplane. There's no way.
Right. And then we did see a plane.
We did,
So that we
could
could
compare it.
Yes, we can compare it.
They're completely different things. And so this thing has flown above the trees and then got dimmer and then brighter. So it's like it flew across, like
Right.
it sort of adjacent to our visual field and then away and then back towards us. I mean, that's how I explain it, unless it's literally just like...
No, but there's no way to explain that. Like
Right.
I am hearing you say it, but I'm like, visually, we should be able to see. Wait, what was that?
Well,
Right below that tree line, I just saw a bright red light in the trees go, boom, and then off.
I hate that.
Oh, weird.
I mean, like red.
It's weird.
It was not a lightning. It was
It
not
is
a lightning.
weird.
It was not a lightning bug.
No, well, they're not red.
And they're not very active right now.
No. Oh, I don't see the light in there anymore.
Yeah, it's gone.
Yeah, well, that's fun that Jay saw that light shoot off, and now it's not there anymore.
Right.
Okay, so that, I don't know what it was,
Nope.
but I'm real confident in saying that was a UFO, because it was unidentified, it was flying, and it was some kind of object.
And we couldn't see it with our naked eye.
Yeah, so the
We
weird
were
thing
seeing it
about
only with
that...
infrared.
Yes, it only showed up under IR. Now, we know IR fairly well. Emily and I and Jay, all of us, have to do this regularly as investigators. So we can identify the common sort of misidentifications that people get through IR. Things like insects and dust, anything that will reflect the infrared light, make it show up on the camera, but isn't that spectacular to the naked eye. This wasn't any of those. Couldn't have been. The way that this thing flew, the flight path that it took, its brightness, the fact that it was like flashing or pulsing, all of that was far too strange to be anything like an insect or something similar. So absolutely 100% unidentified as of right now. So yeah, we got an IR UFO. Wow,
Yeah.
very cool.
This is going to end up in Finding J2.
Oh,
All right. The reason why I'm saying that is because it's exactly what we've all experienced every time we're out here. It's never been a bipedal. It's always been lights or, or orbs or whatever that was. I mean, think about what we just saw.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what it was.
But we can say what it wasn't.
Oh, for sure.
Because with our naked eye, you should have been able to see anything.
Any mundane explanation. And again, like the things that wouldn't be visible to the naked eye, like insects or dust or something, would be easily identifiable by any of us. We know what those look like
Yeah.
under IR. there were some bugs flying around. They looked like bugs. We know what
But
those look
you
like.
could tell what those were.
Yes,
those bugs.
this was definitely not any of those.
Dude.
Wow.
Dudette.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's quite a capture, I think. I mean, that's at least as good as, 3/4 of the stuff that we've seen come out from any kind of government disclosure lately.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But now here's the other weird thing is, like I said, I have to document it, and I'm sure it didn't record it because it's in IR, but there was a red pulse in the trees with my naked eye for a second, and I know it.
And it's what's weird is as soon as you said that, then it's gone.
Then it's gone.
off of the camera.
Yeah,
so.
and I did pan around again afterwards, and I did not see anything. See, because what's weird is even with the IR binoculars, I couldn't see stars. So what I'm seeing
Get out of your
is
mouth.
something which is going to cast that IR image.
Right.
Dude, that's awesome.
Yeah, that is bananas. Well, okay, so CE5 experiment works,
Right.
confirmed. Sorry, I'm like flailing around in moths right now. I'm not really, sorry if I look like I'm doing something weird. But I don't know. But yeah, wow, absolutely. CE5 experiment confirmed at this point. Have seen a UFO now after performing it. So
Now here's the next thing then, is if we are not seeing these visible right now to our eyes,
yeah, how many are around?
how many are around us right
No
now?
idea. Emily probably doesn't want to think about that.
Ugh.
Wow.
I know. You're right. Now all of a sudden I'm starting to look around like, what, we're in a
I know.
clearing.
Gives me chills just to think about it.
Yeah.
Actually.
Don't worry. We only have 2 miles to walk in the dark.
Yeah.
We'll get the lights ablazing.
Right. Wow. I think we are going to end the live.
Yep. Thanks for coming with us.
Yeah, thank you guys so much for hanging out. This was great. I can't wait to get all the footage together.
Yeah.
And I hope everybody had an opportunity to see what
The
we were
light,
seeing,
yeah.
in real time.
In real time. That's the cool thing about it because
For sure.
Because actually, here's what I originally was doing when you guys were doing the meditation, when you were playing it. I had the IR facing over you because as I was panning, I came across a light. I thought maybe it was eye shine, but it was in the trees and there was just one, and I had it going, but then the batteries finally died. Then I put both batteries in to look again, and it looked like there was two, but I got to double check this, so I have no idea. Then that's when we started talking about something. I go back and they weren't there anymore, and I'm like, okay, well maybe I'm seeing, I don't know. That's when I start panning this way and then caught the light.
Right. So yeah, potentially multiple anomalous lights caught on the IR camera then, but at least one that just defies easy explanation.
Yeah.
Wow. Very cool. Very, very cool. All right. Well, hey, thanks again, everybody, for hanging out. If any of you decide to try this on your own, of course, be safe. But let us know. Let us know if you have results similar to this. Obviously, we want to hear about it. And happy hunting. Have a good night.